bowl. Well, it's that time of year. The leaves are changing. Everything is pumpkin spice. And you're probably stressing out about the holidays. Even though it is about 2 months away, I have a recipe for you that my whole family loves. That I have been making it for years, and it's really not that hard. You ready to make it, John?
Yeah, it looks hard to me. There's a lot of stuff here.
There's a lot of stuff, but it's very easy. So, Jindan, you're not drinking?
Nah, not today.
You always have to drink for our video.
Okay, stand by.
This morning, I already baked my sweet potatoes. I say about 4 sweet potatoes. We get them from the farm stand, so they're nice and fresh. I bake them at 450, and the trick is I pierce them or I stab them because they're so hard with a fork on top, and then put them in for a half hour at 450. Then I flip them over, stab them again, but by this time you're really just piercing them because they're soft, for another half hour, and they're cooked all the way.
Murdered, stabbed twice, and cooked all the way through.
Yeah, ovens may vary. So this is what it looks like, all mashed up, nice and pretty. Have it in my bowl.
Don't go to the store and buy canned sweet potatoes already cooked.
No, those canned yams, they're very sweet, and they have like so much sugar in them, and not even real sugar. I mean, I put sugar in this, but that's like fake sugar. Yeah, you gotta put smart in there. I'm talking about theirs is really sugar, and it's not like,
No.
You want real sugar, you want the real stuff.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have it, have the real stuff.
Do it right. What do we do here first, Janie Boo?
I have to look at my recipe on my phone because I always forget. Okay, so why don't we start with the 2 eggs?
You get me a napkin.
I will, in the magic drawer. Okay, so that's 2 eggs. And I'll put the recipe in the description box. Of course, as I always do. Lift those babies up. I know you just love the sound of my food processor, my mixer.
This looks like an old mixer too. Is this your mom's?
No, this is not old. Well, if you consider 10 years old, then it's old, but it's not that
It
old.
looks like it's from the 60s.
No, it is not.
Well, I don't know what mixers look like, but whatever. I wasn't being...
I put that on 1. I didn't put it on a high setting just to get it, in there and just to soften up, puree, as you may, the sweet potatoes. The butter's gonna be a little hard. I tried to get it to room temperature. I don't know if we should melt it a little more. What do you think? That's the key.
It does seem a little hard.
Yeah, it's 1/2 cup, which is equal to 1 stick or 1 little stick if you get the little baby ones from my little baby. We have a million plates, but we still use paper plates. He insisted on getting all these plates, and we use paper plates. We have a dishwasher.
For your information, that's a lie. Don't let Jane tell you her lies.
I love the smell of butter.
What's better than butter?
And potatoes. This is the part where you might want to turn it up to 2, because the butter can be clumpy. Are you judging?
No, I
you
don't
watching?
know. I'm just watching.
Sometimes,
I'm sure the condensed milk goes in.
Yes, and it's 13 ounces, and these cans come in 14 ounces, right?
They do.
I know you're probably thinking, I'll just throw in the 14 ounce. Well, don't, because I did that once before and it was too creamy. That 1 ounce really makes a difference. So if there's a little left in the can, just throw it out. Trust me.
If Jane is telling you to throw something out because it's too much, then it really is too much, because she doesn't throw anything out. Now, what exactly is condensed milk?
It's like milk and sugar.
I used condensed milk when I made the coquito. And evaporated milk. I used both.
We make that during Christmas time. Maybe we'll do a video of that if you'd like to see how we make coquito. Let me know in the comments below. Would you like to see how we make?
Comments below. Let us know. What do you want us to do?
I need
We
another.
got nothing but time. We can do work. Whatever. Coquito's a million steps. I gotta boil stuff. But whatever you want us to do it, no problem.
Now, 2 cups of sugar.
That's a lot of sugar. That's why it tastes so good. Looks good.
My arm hurts. Oof, getting a
I
workout.
would
I have to look at my phone because I don't remember everything.
Meanwhile, she makes this all
I know.
the time.
1/2 teaspoon of salt. I can only imagine what my hair and makeup look like. Ugh, I need a glam squad for these videos. It's hard to set everything up, come up with the stuff, deal with him, then try to fix myself. It's a lot of work.
Okay.
That's
That's a half a teaspoon. It was actually less than half a teaspoon. A little bit less.
And then a half a teaspoon of nutmeg.
You know what it smells like in here now? It smells like... How much ground cloves?
A quarter teaspoon.
Can I have that other...
Yeah, very light on the clove. It's just for like a little bit. I could put too much, it's too clovey.
Too clovey. Okay.
And then 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. 2 of those is 1 teaspoon.
Really? 2 halves is 1? Wow. I never in a million years would have put that together.
I don't think in a million years that we would thought we'd be together.
The first one was not full all the way, so I'm just going to put a little bit extra.
Then you mix that all in. And if it's slightly lumpy, that's okay. Because the sweet potato parts cook out a little bit. Can you do me a favor and preheat the oven to 375?
375?
Yeah. Okay, so here's the secret ingredient. This is something I came up with. Even though it is sweet enough with 2 cups of sugar, I like it to have a little bit of a maple flavor. So I put in maple syrup. And I'm not talking about the stuff you get for pancakes. I'm talking the stuff from Canada. Pure maple syrup. Yes, it's a little pricey, but this whole bottle will last you forever. And I just go by eye. Probably about 2 teaspoons.
Maybe a little more. Well, a little more.
Yeah, maybe a little over that. I just use my eye. Maybe put a little in and taste it. Okay. So this makes a lot. I mean, you wouldn't think so. Can you hold that up? So what I usually do is, obviously I'm making 2 pies, but if you want to make 1, then you can take the rest and freeze it, and it could last for about 2 months, so you can have it for Christmas. But what I'm going to do today, my stepdaughter sent me the idea of not only putting them like in one big one, obviously, but to put them in little ones and make mini pies.
Single serving size. Yeah,
so I thought that was a cute little idea. Maybe if you want to send some over to a neighbor or a friend. The other thing I noticed is that when I made these, the outer part of the crust would get burnt, and it was really annoying me. So I read online to actually make like a round foil. John will show you how to do it. Just put it around on the outer crust while it's baking, and this way it keeps it from that part from burning. This is what John did.
Right, you fold it in half and then you cut a half circle out.
Right.
Cut this
and
out.
Then you, when you're done pouring it in, you put it on top. I'll show you. So why don't you, can you make some for the mini ones, or is that too hard?
No, let's just do the mini ones regular. I gotta cut out all these little circles.
Oh, okay.
What kind of crust is this?
This is a graham cracker crust. You can use a pecan if you desire. You can pour a little more. You don't want to fill it up too much. I don't even know if the rest will fill up all 6 of those, but it's okay. I would pour just a little more. Yeah, like another tablespoon. Perfect. That's good. And then we're gonna do little ones. Like if you could see, I hope it shows up. Sorry, I'm looking in the viewfinder. You don't want to fill it up too high, but just enough to sit in there nice.
Does it rise when it cooks?
No, because there's no flour in it. But the thing is, you're gonna put the foil around it. You don't want it all pouring off the top, and then it gets messy. And I know a lot of people sprinkle cinnamon before they put it in the oven. I do that when it first comes out. I just sprinkle a drop. You cook it for about, I would say 50 minutes. That's what my oven usually does. But sometimes I cook it a little less if I pre-make it. And I know people are coming over, and then I'll warm it up for another 10 minutes before ready to eat, because you don't want to overdo it. So whatever your plans are for the day, just minus the 10 minutes. And if you're gonna make it right away, just do the straight ahead 50, if that all made sense. I'll just explain it better in the description box.
You have enough for a whole other pie.
Okay, so we could freeze that. Yeah, sometimes it makes more. Like I use big sweet potatoes, like they're gigantic over at the farms. I'm just gonna go over. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Is this how you want it done?
Yeah. Yeah, and it keeps it. I'll let you hold it up and show them. So we're gonna do on 375. Sorry. You know, I can't think. I'm sorry, I'm burnt. So 375. So we'll put them in. And I would say I'm gonna check them at about 40 minutes. And the way you check them is that you stick a toothpick in and see what the consistency is like.
So you're saying you put it in less, because then when you reheat it, it cooks a little more?
And you don't want the sides to get like more crusty.
Is this girl something or what?
I like it to come out
With
perfect.
her tricks. Is she something?
My tips and tricks.
I should figure that out.
These little pies are so cute. Like, I can't wait to like serve people.
I'm having one of those with dinner tonight.
Okay. So, John, can you cut it out and like I'll show them what we do?
What am I doing?
You know what I'm
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like it's from scratch.
It is from
You
scratch.
made that from scratch?
No, I didn't make the condensed milk from scratch. Unless you want to buy me a farm and a cow.
How
and
do you
all
condense
that.
milk? You squash it.
Anyway, no, that big one's too big.
We'll have it tonight and we'll have it tomorrow.
I'm not eating that.
I-
I gotta watch my girlies.
All right. See you on the flip.